What do you think is the right way forward?
I think that church leaders need to get together and talk about first of all, what are their ideals for young people? What is it that they want young people to grow up to do and be as Christians? What kind of Christians would they like to see their church produce? Secondly, they need to think about, are the activities and environments and teachings that we give to young people likely to lead to those outcomes or not? And even beyond the focus on the youth ministry, I think churches and leaders in churches need to ask themselves, do we as a church, in all age groups, talk about spiritual maturity as a positive, desirable, and attainable thing in this life? Do we really think that people can become spiritually mature? Would a member of our church see spiritual maturity, see being like Jesus as desirable and attainable? Or do they, like some of my former students, mistakenly equate spiritual maturity with perfection? What does a spiritually mature Christian look like, and how is our church fostering that, providing environments where people can grow up to become more like Jesus?
So, if juvenilization glorifies questing and questioning, the church needs to provide a few more solid answers and a little bit more of a destination point.
Right, and one of the effects of juvenilization is to glorify searching and never finding. Because in adolescence, or increasingly now in emerging adulthood, people are worried about getting stuck in something that won't be right for them. And so they delay committing to something or identifying something of who they want to be or what kind of person they want to become, because they need to keep their options open, because it's going to be a long time before they settle down on something. And that has spilled over into Christianity almost to this extent that people think there isn't really any common Christian ideal of what it means to be a disciple of Jesus, what it means to be like Jesus. And I think people need to realize that becoming like Jesus isn't a restrictive box that God wants to put people in. Becoming spiritually mature follower of Jesus isn't a restrictive box. It's becoming you, but more so. Because you are now the you that you would be if you were the most like Jesus that God intended you to be. So I think we have a vision of spiritual maturity that is narrow and cramped, and I think we need to change that.